You said you're ready, right? Yeah. All right. Put your hands together. This next young lady is fantastic. She's fabulous. You have seen her on the Wow Women of Wrestling. But whoa. Remember that energy I told y'all about? Put your hands together. Come on, let's bring her right. Gabby Vargas. Woo! That's right, brother! What's up, Ice House? How we feeling tonight? It's Saturday! If you guys are happy to be here on a Saturday, can you give me an yeah? He tried to do everything but make eye contact with me when I avoided all eye contact. Autism? No, not that generation. These generation's so soft, right? I couldn't imagine going to school right now. School just started. Who's happy about that? Who's gone to school in here? Nobody? It shows. Hey-o, football coach. All right, so history teacher. Those were usually my history teachers. I went to some place really known for their education system. Florida. Yeehaw, something about books there. I don't know, we didn't have any. But my high school was #1 in the county. So what if it was for STDs and not SATs? I'm dyslexic, so it's all the same letters to me. I don't know, my bust was shorter than everybody else's. Not all disabilities are visible, okay? We're here for it. It makes sense, though, because in my high school, we had budget cuts or something, so our sex ed teacher was just a bop it. It's like a foreplay hot potato. They're like, this will teach them everything they need to know. Bop it. Twist it. Oh, yeah. And then you got pull it. The dudes are like, I'm going to pass this class. So good. Then they had the sex ed 2, which was a bop it 2, which they added flick it and spin it, so. Ladies were always the afterthought. What's up with that, you guys? I can't believe I have 2 Dominicans on this show. You're looking at the second one, baby. Both ends of the spectrum. Wepa. Dominicans were like a box of crayons, okay? You got the light ones, you got the dark ones, you got the ones that you have to watch when they come over to your house to make sure they don't steal your stuff and ends up on offer up later. Primo, I'm talking to you. I love it, dude. I love being Hispanic. Ladies, where my Latina mommies at? I know you can get louder than that. Man, us Latinas, we're beautiful. We're feisty. What did you say? You heard him say I'm a wrestler, right? Suplex yours. Hey! You want to come find out, buddy? Let's go! Who wants to see me wrestle this guy right here? Woo! It's cool. His girl, she's holding him back. She's holding him back. You're lucky. You're lucky. Guys always want to wrestle until you wrestle them, and they're like, "Ow!" They have baby skin. Friggin' A, man. When I became a wrestler, I went to just audition to be like an announcer, And then they told me we were going to take bumps. So I got my keys out. I was like, I'm ready. And then they just threw their bodies back onto the ground. It wasn't the kind of bumps they were talking about. I was so out of my element, dude. They had girls there, and they're like, I've been doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for 5 years. Muay Thai, 3 years. Then, woo! And then I go up there, and I'm like, I like turtles. They said, you're hired. I said, cool. I know what you're thinking, professional wrestler, gay. Not gay, just raised by a man. Similar but different, right? They did tell me they thought I was going to be a boy when I was born, which when my dad told me that, I was like, why, Dad? Because my clit is bigger than the doctor's dig. He said, no, you just had a lot of hair. I said, damn it. I thought for sure that was going to be it. That hair thing tracks, though, because that beard I had 3rd grade, buddy. Ladies, feisty and furry. Okay, Latinas. Spoiler alert. 3rd grade, we had a mustache. 6th grade, I had the whole goatee. Now my areolas have a 5 o'clock shadow. I was like, they're out here looking like the brawny man. To chop some wood. I'm like, whatever, man. It's fine. I'm just going to embrace it. I'm just going to grow it all out, baby. From pits to puss. Domestic partnership, where you at? Girl, 10 years also for the insurance, okay? Ain't no ring on these fingers. I ain't getting a ring. I'm just getting wedgies. That's what I'm here for. You're not shaving anymore, right? I hope not. Grow it all out. Spoiler alert, they don't care. They'll be like Indiana Jones in that bitch. They will put out the machete and be like, I am going to find the treasure. I'm trying to swipe it out with a different one. Well, we're going to get there. Spoiler alert, pube styles. Are you doing it too? Have you watched my videos? My TikTok, Gabby Makes Jokes. I have some UGC videos about my pube styles I've been working on. If anybody's interested, some twat twists. Pussy tails. You need those little tiny rubber bands, all right? Be careful. Or my favorite, cunt rows. Real toy braids. They look good. They get a little itchy sometimes, though, so you got to do a little puss pat, right? And then you got to do a disclaimer. You're like, I just got my hair did. Anything else. And the cunt rows go all the way back, and they turn into booty braids. Hey! Right? You got to keep them clean, okay? We don't want any dingleberries. Booty braids are one thing. Dingleberries are a whole nother story. We don't want any dingleberries. Wepa. Soy loca. No sabo. Okay. Yeah, my Spanish is not very good looking. I think I downloaded the wrong app, Doo-Doo Lingo. Because my Spanish sounds like shit. Muy mierda. Habla poquito pinga. That's something, right? That's something, right? I don't know, man. I'm so grateful to be here, though. I'm so grateful to have been born in the 90s. Mm-hmm. Yep, there we go, the domestic disputes. They were born in the 90s. Makes sense. It tracks. We're on the same timeline over here. These freaking kids are so spoiled now. They are so spoiled, man. We got that thick leather skin, you know, real thick leather skin. Their skin thinner than the pages of the Bible. And see right through it. Praise Jesus. It's my first crush, baby. Don't even get me started on that. I was on my knees for him every Sunday. Okay. Ooh. Hey, he had a six-pack and sad eyes. I'm a sucker for an emo boy. What do you want me to do? They said, we're going to have his body and his blood. No. When I went down the aisle, I was like, put it on my tongue, Daddy. That's how Abuela did it, you know, so I was just following her lead. But these kids don't even know. We didn't have Netflix and chill, dude. We just had Blockbuster and Finger Blaster. I'm looking at you. You guys are a cute couple. How long have you been together for? 40 years. On and off. That's a long time. I don't blame you. I don't blame you, dude. I'm sure you've finger blasted and all the different generations. Hello. On a laser disc, that's what they finger blasted to. We had VHSs, man. I don't know. These kids are about to go to war. How are they going to get their draft letter? They're not going to check the mail. They don't know what mail is. The Army's going to have to like slide into their DMs. Hey, baddie. Want to be a sharpshooter with an M16? Follow me here. They gotta throw their labubu at them. Like, here you go. Try to fight their enemy with a TikTok dance. They wave like this. Who does that? Again, makeup tutorials. I was raised by a man. I didn't have makeup tutorials. If I wanted to have a cool look like J-Lo, that was who was cool when I was having makeup tutorials. I had to go get a magazine, like a J14. Lady, a bop, the 190s kid in here. I had to find a picture of J-Lo and then rip that picture out and try to recreate it later with my abuela's Avon lipsticks. Because I was 12 and could not wear makeup. I had a Dominican abuela, okay, and there was no makeup in that house. And now I know why, because these 12-year-olds out here looking like they're 21, trying to be on Love Island and shit. Like, you're 12, the only island you're ending up on is Epstein's. Thank you, abuela, like I see it now, you know. I didn't know then, just trying to use the little lipsticks as my eyeshadow, my blush. And then she knocks on the door because I've been in there for 45 minutes. And I have to try to rub it off real quick. And it's not coming off because it's long wear. 24-hour stay. It just smears. Doesn't go anywhere. And I open the door. I don't look like J-Lo. I just look like the Joker. Hola, abuela. She just took that chancla right out. No, shit, she's Dominican, so she got a curved chancla, okay? I don't know if you know about Dominicans, but we like the base and the balls. That's our go-to, right? Dominicans have baseball, Mexicans have soccer, Cubans, they'll take the whole 8-ball. It's wild, man. I wanted to look like J-Lo. I just ended up looking like J-Lo income. I was not Jenny from the block. I was Jenny from the Section 8. Little did we know she was with Diddy and the KY. Canceled. Our childhood's ruined. What can we do? It's cool. We've made it this far. We're living the dream, performing stand-up comedy for you guys here at the Ice House. Professional wrestling on TV. Driving Uber Eats. Yeah, man. Keep that pre-tip. We need it. I'll give you extra sauces, okay? They don't tell you that your dreams only pay half a bill. So many people want my money. I have none, okay? I had to get a new job recently. Very weird hours. I go in at 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Yeah, 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. Giving BJs to Vietnamese people all night. Just yelling at me. Sister! Why don't you give me big monkey for me? You want a big monkey, all you're going to give me is a tiny tip. Freaking just BJs all night. Blackjacks, people. Hey! not on my knees. I don't have to worry about TMJ, okay? Just blackjacks. It's really tough, but I've been dealing with it, you know. I'm going to leave you guys with this. Summer's almost over. And it's been really hot, so I've had swamp ass. I've had swamp puss. We talked about that. And so I decided to get one of those, like, in-home water parks. Maybe you guys have heard of it, a bidet? A Biden? A bidet! Yes, a bidet. Closest to a Disney princess I've ever gotten, you guys. Once you find the right setting, you go full Little John. You're just like, what? Yeah! Okay! I'm squirting. It's squirting. You can find the link to that on my Instagram at Gabby Makes Jokes. Thank you guys so much. Give